Good morning, children. Welcome back again in computer class. Dear children, in the last class we have started chapter number 4, computer memory. So today we will continue that chapter, but before that we will recapitulate what we have studied in the previous class. In the previous class we have studied what is computer memory and the various units of computer memory, that is gigabyte, megabyte, kilobyte, terabyte, and then we have studied the concept of bits and bytes. Now today we will continue that chapter and we will discuss the various types of computer memory. So let's start, children. Now, computer memory is of two types: primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is of further two types: ROM and RAM. Secondary memory is of many types, but we will discuss here the four types: HDD, CD, DVD, and pen drive. So, children, let's start with the first primary memory. Now, RAM. RAM means random access memory. RAM is also called main memory or primary memory of computer. RAM is the temporary memory and RAM is volatile memory. So children, I want to discuss one example with you. Suppose children, you are sitting in a computer lab and you are doing something on MS Paint. All of a sudden your power supply is turned off, and after some time when power supply came back, you again turn on your system. Will you get your file back in which you are doing work? Yes or no? No. Answer is no. We will not get our file back because we are doing work on temporary memory, that is RAM. So RAM is also known as working memory of the computer. Working memory means that memory in which we work, and RAM holds the data till the computer is running. As you turn off the computer, the content of the RAM get erased. So that's why children, we always say in a computer lab, save your work on computer. Saving is the process in which data on RAM is copied in hard disk, which is the permanent memory of the computer system. So this is all about RAM. RAM is the temporary and volatile memory. Children, volatile means it loses its content when the power is switched off. So RAM is volatile, RAM is temporary, and RAM is the main memory of the computer system, and also RAM is the working memory of the computer system. So this is all about RAM. Next we will discuss the second type of primary memory, that is ROM. ROM stands for read-only memory. ROM is the memory which helps the computer to get started. ROM is used only for reading the information. The information of the ROM, that is content of the ROM, cannot be modified, that is changed by user. So it is permanent memory, and ROM is non-volatile. As non-volatile means its data remain in it even when the power is switched off. Now children, suppose you purchase something new from the market, some washing machine or some mixer. You always get manual with that. Yes, and in that manual there is instructions which tells what to do and how to use that product. Am I right? So similarly, in a computer, instructions are written in ROM which tells the computer how to start. And when you turn on computer, You know children, it takes some time to show the desktop of the computer. Why? Because at that time the files from the ROM, that is read only memory, is copied into the RAM. That's why ROM helps in computer to get started. So ROM stores the files which help the computer to get started. So the main difference between RAM and ROM is RAM is temporary and ROM is permanent. RAM is volatile and ROM is non-volatile. So these are the two memories of the computer system. Children, you have to remember this, that primary memory of two types, RAM and ROM. Now next we will discuss secondary memory. Actually, why we need secondary memory? To overcome the limitations of primary memory, as primary memory is temporary and as it is volatile. To overcome these limitations, we have used secondary memory in the computer. So, secondary memory, it is the permanent storage memory. This memory allows us to change or to print, to copy, to move or delete data whenever we require it. When you save any data in permanent memory, that is secondary memory, it remains there till the time you delete yourself that data. So that's why secondary memory is permanent in nature. Examples of secondary memory are hard disk, CD-ROM, DVD and pen drive. Now, what is hard disk? Children, hard disk is fixed inside the system unit. We have discussed system unit in previous class. That is box-like structure. So, hard disk is fixed inside the system unit, or you can say CPU box. And while working in a program, the CPU uses RAM, that is the working memory of the computer. And when we save that program is copied from RAM into the hard disk. So hard disk store the data permanently. And if sometimes you think that your hard disk is not sufficient for your data storage, then you can use external hard disk also. In this picture you can see the first one is internal hard disk, that is fixed inside the CPU, and the second one is external hard disk, that is you can use external hard disk. Next one is pen drive. A pen drive is a pen like device and it is a small portable storage device which can be used to store information permanently. This device is attached outside the computer at the port that is known as USB port. We have studied USB port in the previous class now. Pen drive is also called flash drive. So pen drive is very small device. We can easily transfer data through pen drive from one place to another place. So it is a portable storage device. Next is CDs and DVDs. CDs are known as compact disc and DVDs are known as digital versatile disc. Circle in shape, but CDs can store only 700 MB of data and DVD can store data in GB from 17 GB to 23 GB. So DVD can store a large amount of data as compared to CD. But both CDs and DVDs store data permanently. So children, these are the various storage devices, secondary storage devices of the computer system. Besides this, we have many more devices, memory card, Blu-ray disc and many more. So this is all about computer memory. Now children, try to solve question number 1, 2 and 3 of your book exercise at your homes. Ma'am will send you answers in the next class. Thank you, children. I hope you have enjoyed this chapter. So stay home, children.